You talking to me?
It's gonna be legendary.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Ho, 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 ho.
They're here. All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
You're listening to Natalie Lipka and Wayne Frazier on Hollywood Close-Up.
Don't know what it is about you, boy. I'm hooked on your kiss. Nothing else seems to matter but the taste of your lips. Laying down here beside you, baby, stars up in the sky. You pull me closer now and I feel my temperature rise. Whoa, something tells me this is more than a crush. It's like I'm losing my mind when I
This is Hollywood Close-Up. I'm Natalie Lipka.
And I'm Wayne Frazier.
And we're two actors talking our way to the top. Please check us out at natalieandwayne.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Natalie and Wayne, and subscribe on iTunes. And also don't forget, you can listen every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on our affiliate station, WLOR.net Internet Radio.
Yes, and our music once again this week was with Katelyn Marie, and you can check her music out at KatelynMarieMusic.com.
So good.
Yes, and we have an exciting show today. Our guest coming up is a wonderful actress, and we can't wait to talk to her. Kimleigh Smith is coming up, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Wait to hear what she's got coming out this Friday at the old Netflix.
Yeah. Is Friday the 31st?
That is correct, Natalie.
I think I'm a day off. I thought that Thursday was the 31st and Friday was the 1st. I'm totally off. I don't know why.
That's okay.
That's weird. But thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, because
now I know.
We're
the
here.
more you know.
And that's one to grow on.
And Rena Marie is here.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Hello,
Hi,
Rena.
good. How are you?
Doing fine, thank you. Nice to see you.
You got yourself a haircut?
Yeah, it looks
I
good.
did. I cut a few of them, not
Yes.
just one, but several.
Yeah.
Looks wonderful.
Love it.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
And also, I'd like to make a little shout out. We have some a guest audience in the studio
Yes.
today. It's my wonderful in-laws. Bill and Betty are here.
Yes, they are.
Round of applause for them.
Round of applause for them.
Yeah.
Amazing people. Amazing people.
I think so.
We all went and hung out last night. It was fun.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times.
Good times.
So, hi, guys. Hi.
Speaking of, yes.
Cheers. Well, we'll segue right into the old possible writer's strike.
Yeah, what is going on?
Well, it's interesting, Natalie. The writer's strike, if you remember in 2007, 8 season, we lost a lot of regular scripted television due to some renegotiations with the writers. And that opened up the whole reality TV thing.
Right.
And thank goodness written scripts came back for us actors and everybody, and everything's back to normal. And now it's time to renegotiate.
Yeah. Contracts are up May 1st, I believe.
Yeah.
So they're in negotiations now. And I was reading in Variety, it was saying the decision unveiled Friday night by the Writers Guild of America to seek a strike authorization vote. That's following 2 weeks of contract talks with the major studios and networks. And, people are kind of on edge about it.
Yeah.
We're not sure what's going to happen.
Well, what are some of the things that they're looking at is the writers' salaries, some of the streaming media residuals, and what that means is there's over $51 billion worth of conglomerate money for profits, and they're looking to get a little bit of that, a piece of that action back,
Yeah, I was wondering how all that worked.
Yeah.
I was unclear. And also, did you mention the health plan too? Was a
and the
part
health
of it, right?
Yeah, the health pension and benefits. So, so this is an interesting thing. We're watching it very closely here, Hollywood Close-Up. We'll keep you posted on what's going on.
Yeah,
That's about all we know right now.
Yeah, because I was reading. This is the first time I was reading off of this, but the MarySue.com. They were saying that because they're voting on this authorization, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will happen. Sometimes they leverage that in labor negotiations.
Yeah, you kind of have to do that.
So hopefully...
You have to vote for the vote to the vote.
Right. And I think they voted... I was reading somewhere, I think they were voting Monday night and something Tuesday was happening.
Right.
So hopefully by the time the show airs on our website, we'll have a little more information, right?
Yeah, we'll just keep you guys posted. So, so interesting. And then also the the strike for the video games are still going on.
It's still happening.
Still happening right now.
That's with the Screen Actors Guild, SAG-AFTRA, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
So, we'll see what happens. It's a tough world.
Just want it all to work out perfectly.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's time for some social media.
Is it?
I think it is.
All right.
Why don't you take it away, Natalie? Why don't you do that? Take it away.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. I was reading on entrepreneur.com 3 social media tools entrepreneurs should be using every day. So figure we can use this in the industry. One of them is Social Jukebox. I don't think I've spoken about this one before. It's a platform that allows you to create engaging social content in your convenience, then set the schedule for your material to be posted at the most optimal times. And it has 5 different tiers of pricings to choose from in regards to the size of your business or extent of your campaign. So I thought that was an interesting thing to look at. Also, I believe we've spoken before about Canva and Mention. Those were the other 2 tools that should be used. And then I saw on Facebook our friends from the band Slant posted a picture Monday that they were editing cuts of their music video for their new song Dissonance. And there's an upcoming release that they're excited for us to hear. So I'm looking forward to that. They'll be posting a video soon. So can't wait to hear the new music from Slant and see the video. And also on Monday, it was World Theater Day. # World Theater Day.
Theater!
Yes, the theater.
Theater!
Theater.
Theater. That's all good.
That's it. Okay. Just checking. Didn't want to take away from your moment.
Sorry.
But TED Talks posted on TED.com Talks for Theater Geeks. So it's a collection of their most inspired talks and performances highlighting the passion, importance, and brilliance of theater. I haven't been able to listen to all those TED Talks yet, but I'm excited to. So check that out at TED.com. And that's my little social media moment.
That's delightful.
Well, that was delightful.
You guys are delightful.
You're delightful. You'll get a car. You get a car.
You get a car.
Everybody gets a delightful car. Anywho. Now it's time for some not so quick and quirky news with Wayne Frazier. So anyway, here we are, Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, it continues to grow and own the movie world as Power Rangers battled its way to an impressive second place with over $40 million in the box office receipts. So Beauty and the Beast is skyrocketing. So
wow.
Disney's got another hit. And according to Variety.com, director Robert Rodriguez is in talks to helm the Escape from New York remake. Personally, I love his work, but the work of John Carpenter's original Kurt Russell starring movie as Snake Plissken, but I don't think it should be touched, guys. It's just my opinion. Let's keep with the originals. Let's make a movie called, I don't know, Escape from Remakes.
That's a great idea.
I think you're onto something.
What do you think of that?
You heard it first.
That's right. And finally, good news for all you Grease fans.
Ooh.
Yeah, Olivia Newton-John. I know you'd appreciate this. Olivia Newton-John and John Travolta will be, and this is confirmed by Olivia Newton-John, but John Travolta is still in talks. But it looks like they're going to reprise their roles as Sandy and Danny for the 40th anniversary of the film.
Wow.
Details pending. Yeah, so I don't know if it'll be a theater thing, if it'll be, something on Netflix or whatever, but maybe it's them 40 years later.
That's so exciting. Well, yeah, what happens when they grow up and get married and all that? That's the story
Tell me
after
more.
Grease.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
Like, does he have a car?
Why? I don't know. And I guess we'll find out.
Did they get very far?
I don't know. They may be in just as much. I wonder what they'd be like, with everything that's going on in the world today. Like,
what happens when Sandy and Danny grow up and start a family and...
Oh, Sandy.
Oh, Sandy.
Oh, Sandy.
That would be awesome.
Anyway, so it's pretty interesting. But that's all I got for the Not So Quick and Quirky News. I'm Wayne Frazier.
And for Hollywood Close-Up, I'm Natalie Lipka. We'll be right back with actress Kimleigh Smith.
Sun's coming up on that little black dress, last night's hair pretty little mess. Empty bottle in the corner of the room. Ooh, wrapped up in some cowboy's arms. He must have had a way with that southern charm. Ain't the type of thing I usually do. There ain't much I remember about last night, but judging by his smile, we had a good time. Stay whiskey on my breath. I wonder if he got me with a 1-2 step. Those steel-toe Wrangler boots, I bet he sure couldn't move. White-heeled, worn-out jeans, heard he couldn't keep his hands off of me. I ain't the one-night kind, but I heard we had a good time. My red lipstick all over his face. Tried to sneak out back, but he begged me to stay. I know Mama's gonna give me hell when I get home. He whispered, baby, we can keep it on the down low. Nobody has to know, but there ain't no stopping a small town talking. Might as well give him something to say. Still whiskey on my breath. I wonder if you got me with a 1-2 step. Those steel-toe Wrangler boots, I bet he sure couldn't move. White-heeled, worn-out jeans, heard he couldn't keep his hands off of me.
All right, welcome back to Hollywood Close-Up. I'm Wayne Frazier.
And I'm Natalie Lipka.
And our guest today can be seen acting with some of Hollywood's just most loved performers.
For real.
Yeah, and she's going to be in the soon to be released this week, this Friday, the Discovery. It's a Netflix movie. She's appeared in shows like Castle, Scandal, The Mini Project. The list goes on and on and on. And we have her live, ladies and gentlemen, Kimleigh Smith in the house.
What's up, everyone?
Yes.
Raising the roof at the network studio.
Thanks for being here.
Oh, I'm so excited. Finally, we made it happen.
I know. We've been trying to get you for like 75 years.
At least 75.
At least.
Or at least 75 episodes.
There we go.
Nice.
But it's good because I've been
actually
crazy
true.
busy. So yeah.
Yes.
At least.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How are you?
I am fantastic. Just getting back from Lithuania, as you guys know, performing and speaking out there. So it's cool to be back in LA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
After that cool journey.
How far is that travel?
Hello. That's all I have to say. No. It was I flew through Moscow, so it was a 15-hour journey.
Oh, my gosh.
So I left at like 3 o'clock on Saturday and then got there at 10 p.m. Sunday evening. It was crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. 10-hour time difference. So I was like, loo.
Yeah.
So what time do you think it is right now?
10 hours ahead of us.
10 hours. So they're
Okay.
10
So
hours ahead
they're
right now.
at night.
So
as
be at
it were,
night.
yeah.
And are you
Yeah.
adjusted yet?
Oh my gosh, it took me about 2 weeks actually to come
Really?
back to
I
life
bet.
because I went there and I immediately went into 2 interviews the next day, and then I had a talk and then a talk back for an hour and a half, then I had tech, then I had a show, and then the next day I did the same thing, and the next day I did the same thing, and then I flew back.
So you just went and hit the
Yeah,
ground
it was
running.
like boom.
No
bam,
time
go.
for
There
jet
was
lag.
nothing. No, I couldn't even get jet lag there, so I had double jet lag back here.
Yeah. and on top of that,
You've actually done stuff for next week.
right,
Exactly.
you had a translator, right, for a lot of
Yes.
your stuff?
It was fantastic because my show is, of course, American, and I have a lot of American humor in it, and I wasn't really sure how it would translate in Lithuanian, so the group that brought me over translated my show, so I had subtitles behind my show, which I thought was really, really cool.
Oh, okay.
I know, so that was awesome. And then I had a translator for my talks and my questions and answers after the show. So it was really interesting because the language is so beautiful, and to hear myself translated into that gorgeous language was just out of this world.
And what are you doing? What are you talking about? What's going on?
So I'm talking about really how to overcome your obstacles, how to get past your trauma and really be the superhero that you're meant to be. I kind of believe that everybody is their own superhero. We all have this amazing gift that we're meant to be on this earth to share. And our cape is just a symbolization of how much we embrace who and what we are.
Sure.
So, if you're not really embracing yourself, it may be curled up a little bit. And the more you embrace it, yourself, the more it flows behind you. So I really believe that we are powerful and meant to be amazingly powerful on this earth.
That's awesome.
I love
Yeah,
it.
so I get to talk about that. And then my show is autobiographical, me from 17 till now, how I went through all this stuff and became the superwoman that I am today. Woo woo.
Yeah, and I saw you posted on Twitter recently. You are today where your thoughts have brought you. You will be tomorrow where your thoughts take you. You are your own superhero. I love that. And with everything you're saying, I'm like, that just...
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Whatever we think, we become. You know, if you think you're awesome, you will be awesome. If you think you suck, you will suck.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is that simple. And we try to make it so hard. And we read all these books and we do all these things. And we try to like talk to all these different people, but it's all us. We are who we are. And whatever you think you are, you are.
Sure. I firmly believe that if you put it out there in the universe, you know, you will reap the rewards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say you create your good, your bad, and your ugly. And I used to, you know, when I realized that, I was kind of creating my bad, like every relationship when I was in, I was expecting it to go bad. So that's exactly what was happening. And once I got a hold of that, it was like life was beautiful.
Right.
And you're helping a lot of people do this. You actually have 5 CDs, is that what it is? Of how to become your own superhero.
That's right.
And I know you can get that on Amazon, but what was it like creating that?
It's interesting when you finally find what your gift truly is on this earth. And I mean, as an actor, my life is phenomenal. It gives me a lot of opportunity to do everything that I am wanting to do in my life. But through creating my one-woman show, I really found that I had a voice that was bigger than just being an actress, which I thought was, you know, I'm going to do this, I'll get a great script, and then I'll be great. But what really came out of what really transformed my career was really knowing who I was. And so creating this 5 CD series about becoming the ultimate superhero was really being able to look at my journey of life and how I got where I was in hopes that other people could be transformed by what I've gone through, because it's all a universal, you know, life. You know, we all have a universal story. And I found that mostly when I was in Lithuania, because they're all looking for the same thing too. As humans, we all want to find what we're here to do, to be as powerful and as amazing as we possibly can be, and get on the other side of our crap, because our crap is what keeps us from moving forward.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome, because each day we would sit and we would do a new segment. And I was like, oh, what do I need to expose? How raw can I be? Because the rawer you are, the deeper you are, and the more people are attracted to what you have to say, because they can't just look at me as like, oh, she's just this, you know, amazing actress. But wow, look at what she had to go through to get there.
Right.
And once you see that, you're like, oh, okay, I can do it too.
Yeah. This is just like your journey through everything that you've had to get through.
And we all have a journey. We all have our baggage. We all have our stuff. It's all how we get to the other side of it.
And we always will.
And we will.
It is always gonna be as positive as you can be in life.
Exactly. Stuff is always going to come up.
Stuff will come up, and it's overcoming that.
Yeah.
And you use your wit and humor on top of that to make it
Hilarious.
I did that.
Hilarious.
But,
Thank you. I needed that little backup.
But you use that to relay your messages. So it's not always just, you know, because it's very serious subjects. But you use your humor, and I love that about you. You're just so full of life.
Full of life.
Lovely.
But, you know, there's funny in everything. I mean, I trip and fall, and I bust up laughing at myself because it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? But you could take yourself too seriously, but I've never done that. So when I was doing my show, this was not what I wanted to talk about. Like, it was not going to be the story of my rape. It was going to be 1,000 other things, dancing, acting, doing all that fun stuff. But in order to really tell a story that really could transform, I had to be as open and honest as I possibly could be.
Sure.
And I couldn't leave out this section of my life just because I didn't feel like talking about it.
Right.
So somehow it became this hilarious show, which nobody could imagine it being funny. And I'm so grateful because I think it breaks through a lot of boundaries, because a lot of times when people talk about this topic, you literally leave going, oh my God, I can't believe you feel sorry for the individual.
Sure.
And I am not that person. And so I couldn't really tell that story. My story was of triumph and really being a thriver instead of just a survivor.
Is it still very therapeutic for you every single time you're in front of a different audience?
Yes, because each audience brings me something different. Even though I'm giving them a gift, I receive a gift from I could cry. Think about every single audience that I experience, because everybody experiences it differently. everybody gives me new light, new laughter, new places they find funny that I was like, oh, nobody's ever laughed at that before. Cool. So it's been awesome. And in being in Lithuania, it was really cool because, like I said, a lot of my jokes are very American, but they got every single moment of it. And it was out of this world.
So you think you'll take this to other countries, or what are you thinking?
Yeah. Lithuania is very excited to have me back. I think it went way better than anybody could ever imagine. You know, you can think of something being great and then it goes like 40,000 times better than you think. So I'll definitely be going back to there. And there's a group thinking about bringing me to the UK, which would be really fun. So I would do Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales, which would be awesome. Yeah, they saw my show at the Hollywood Fringe, and they've been working on it for the last couple of years to bring me out that way.
Exciting. Yeah. And then there's talks about bringing it to universities and colleges.
Yes, and I do that all the time. So if you're interested in having me come out to your university, just go to my website, KimleighSmith.com, and you will find all the information you need to bring me.
And that's so important in especially for colleges, universities, because that is stuff that a lot of places keep quiet, and they shouldn't, because they want people to still enroll in their schools. Right?
Yeah.
Am I correct?
100%. And what's good about the way that I do what I do is that it doesn't. I'm not a talking head on a stage going, these are the stats, and this is what you should do, and da 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 da. Where you disconnect.
Yeah.
This is a story that you get into. Like, we're going on the journey together. So it really is transformative in that way to really just become a part of it, not just talk about it.
Sure.
Right.
And really see somebody actually on that stage that has transformed and has become a thriver and her own superhero. So it's cool to see that journey. So I think it does something in a different way. Because it has humor and it's light and it's fun and it's also a traumatic story that someone has overcome.
What's your superhero name, or do you have one for yourself?
Totally Kimleigh. Totally. Yeah.
Nice.
You have to be all you. I can't be something that I'm not.
Sure.
And this is me.
Sure.
So it's totally Kimleigh. And my superpower is really being raw, open, honest, and transformative. And that's where I live. I live in that place. Wow. And it's funny, we all have it. You know, you had it since you were a kid. This has been in me forever, and now it's just coming to full life.
Yeah, and like you said, that is a gift. You're sharing your gift, and that's what, you know, I don't know if I've ever said it on the show, but my grandmother always said, there's no better gift you can give than to share your talents with others.
Yes, that's beautiful.
And that's what has led me to do what I want to do. I always hear that in my head when I'm doing this. I'm like, is this what I should be doing? Is this? Yep. And that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
I love
you
it.
just know. So, you know, it's really, you know, if you really dig deep into your soul, when you get where you're supposed to be, you're like, I kind of felt this since I was like 2, and now here I am. I'm finally able to live that fully instead of just being like, one day I'm going to be that. Now I already am that. So it's
you're
cool.
doing that. That's
yeah.
fantastic. Now you have an amazing project coming up.
I know. I'm so excited.
You got to work with some actor named Robert Redford.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was in that. In one of my favorite places. You were in Newport filming.
And it was my first time there. It was so amazing. Yeah.
Which my in-laws are here on the show. We mentioned it before, and that's where they're from, Newport.
That's right. That's how we had our little conversation.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
gorgeous.
Such a beautiful place to be like, oh, I get to film here. Like, what was that like?
It's so stunning. I mean, because my hotel was right on the beach. And so, like, literally, I'd walk out and you could just hear the water crashing against the rocks and the sand. And it's stunning. And I was only there for a short time, but it was stunning. And I was like, oh, this is a quaint little beautiful New England town, and it was awesome. It was really, really cool.
Well, tell us about the movie. It's called The Discovery, and it's going to be on Netflix. It's a Netflix original coming out this Friday.
That's right.
What are we in store for here?
I'm going to call it a sci-fi romantic comedy. And that's exactly what it is.
Interesting.
It's a sci-fi romantic comedy. And what I loved about it when I read the script, it was so unique and it was nothing I'd ever seen before. And, you know, when you're looking at sci-fi, there's a lot of the same kind of concepts going around. But this is completely out of this world. And I don't want to give too much away because it is one of those things where you are totally shocked and totally in disbelief. But Robert Redford finds the secret of the future. And because of that, a string of events happens that makes people do things that you would never imagine them doing.
Right.
See how elusive I'm being?
Yes,
Do
I
you
know.
want more detail? Because I could give more detail.
No. I think that's a great teaser for it because I did watch the trailer for it and it looks intense and I don't want to give too much away, but it looks. I can't wait to watch it.
I mean, does it? Do you feel like the trailer gives a lot? What do you
I
think?
got enough, but I got enough to. I don't know. I don't want to ruin
I'm
it.
intrigued.
You know. I mean,
It's intrigued.
You watch it and you're you're intrigued by it.
Yes, and I'm weird. I don't like to watch trailers because I love the element of surprise.
Yeah.
And now trailers tell the whole story. And you're like,
I agree. I have to agree.
It's so frustrating.
I just watched. I'll be honest with you. This morning, the second Spider-Man movie trailer came out today, and I watched it. and I was like, oh, I wish I hadn't done it because I want to see it, and I feel like. Now, being in this entertainment industry and all that, we tend to, because Natalie and I write stuff also. We go, oh, well, that's where that's going to happen. Well,
totally.
There's that. You know what I mean? And you start keep piecing it together, and you go, I wish I hadn't have done that. So for highly anticipated films, personally, I'll go about one or two, and then I stop. I just stop. I go, I don't want to see anymore.
Yeah, and seriously, you guys, it's so unique and so powerful and so beautifully shot that you want to have that element surprise. So I'm going to encourage you to kind of get a peek of the trailer, but don't watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I really think you're going to dig this
Which got
movie.
amazing cast, too.
It's amazing.
Jason Segel,
who I got to work with one-on-one. Awesome,
Yeah.
most genuine, positive guy you will ever meet.
I hear he's amazing.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Like, we just had a blast sitting around chit-chatting while we were down time. And just everybody, even, the writers and directors, like, everybody was just welcoming and warm. And I believe every set you go on, you can determine what its outcome will be by the top. And so if your producers are awesome, it trickles down.
Yeah.
And I've been on sets where it's not that beautiful and awesome. And this was, from the moment I started to the finish, was perfection. And just everybody was so great. And so I know this movie's going to be phenomenal because it's just so well done.
Yeah.
And there was so much love put into it. And it's a really unique concept. So I think you guys will
awesome.
dig it.
Yeah.
We're excited.
I know.
We're excited. And time always goes by so fast.
I know.
I can't believe it already.
That was fast.
But you got to keep us posted on everything. We're gonna watch the Discovery coming out on Friday. And before we go, we like to play a little game with you.
Ooh.
It's called Hollywood Close-Ups Quick and Quirky Game. We're just gonna ask you a few questions. Just got to answer them. No big deal. So, who are your ideal TV parents?
Ooh, my ideal TV parents. Alfre Woodard.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love her so much.
Yeah.
So much. And I don't know if he's going to be my parent or my future husband, but Denzel Washington. Just saying. Can I have them both ways? That would be nasty, but whatever. You get my point. You get my point.
Okay, beer. That's a new one, too.
Oh, my gosh.
I digress.
Yeah, and I take it all back.
Beer or wine?
Beer. Hello.
Yes.
Wine makes me sleepy.
Got it. Good
Beer
to
is
know.
delish.
Good to know. If you were a Muppet, which one would you be?
Ooh, Kermit. Of course.
Of course.
Oh,
Got to.
Absolutely.
I love him with all my heart.
Yeah.
And final question on Hollywood Close-Ups Quick and Quirky Game. What's your favorite podcast you're on right now?
Hollywood Close-Up. Do I get like a movie prize or some sort?
We air the episode.
Oh, good. There you go. Can't ask for anything better than that.
That's a prize.
My goodness, you are so much fun.
Thank you.
It took us 75 years to get you back on. I hope it doesn't take another 75.
I hope
Yeah.
not. I hope
Yeah,
not.
you have to come back and see us. And what can we expect real quick from you coming up? So you have a show coming up
We've got,
pretty quick, right?
what do I have coming up? Show?
Yeah, like a live. Don't you have some live shows?
Yes, live shows will be coming up in April.
Okay.
You can catch that again on my website,
Fantastic.
KimleighSmith.com, and the movie on Friday.
Yeah.
And everything's on and popping, as they
Exciting.
say.
Great.
Exciting.
You are the
well,
best.
Thank you
Thank
so
you guys.
much.
It was such a
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Of course.
Yeah, and thank you, Network Studios. We love you guys. And also, Rena Marie, all our listeners. Please check out KatelynMarieMusic.com because wonderful music.
So good. And please remember, Cancer cancer's affected so many of our lives, and you can help by donating to cancerresearch.org and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, LLS.org. Let's end this disease once and for all.
Yep, and catch up on all episodes past and present at natalieandwayne.com. For Hollywood Close-Up, I'm Wayne Frazier.
And I'm Natalie Lipka.
Until the next one.
Peace.
You've been listening to Hollywood Close-Up with Wayne Frazier and Natalie Lipka. Be sure to visit natalieandwayne.com for past episodes as well as information on future ones. Also, be sure to rate and comment about the show in iTunes. Until next time, bye-bye.
We burn and we crash till the morning sun comes rising up. Kiss and say goodbye, go back to living life like we never met, and I'm left to wreck. You'll travel away, damage done.